December 17, 2016. You're looking at the USGS earthquake map in Papua New Guinea region, guys. The southwest quadrant of the Ring of Fire. The 7.9 struck 103 kilometers deep. Now that's 47 kilometers east of Tara in Papua New Guinea. Notice the 6.3 aftershocks. There's been a total of 16 altogether, and all of them strong. The red dots indicate the newest one, but this area has been getting hit the last few weeks. Last week when it got hit, remember the solar stream had jumped because of a coronal hole that was on the surface of the sun, allowing a tremendous amount of energy to pour straight at our planet. That's jumped again today, and I talked about it in a video a couple of days ago. We also have gamma radiation coming into these field currents above our planet and below it, but it's called the Peterson currents. They go into the ground, create what's called the Hall currents. That heats up the magma in the earth, the water that's around these magma chambers, causing hydrothermal lift like we're seeing in California, the bulge that we're seeing Mount St. Helens. There's aviation and ash alerts in Papua New Guinea from one of the volcanoes there. We'll take a look at it. But here's a problem. Radial speed has jumped. Temperature in the red and blue lines has jumped. And this is measuring solar wind speed and the temperature coming from that coronal hole. Now, just like the last time, the green line at the top is density. It's gone down because the wind's increased. Here, this is going back, guys, a few days, and you can see where we were way up, about 650 to 750 kilometers per second with that solar wind, and it was going back to normal. And here comes the coronal hole. I'll show you that. But also, we have a volcanic ash advisory. This is coming out of Darwin. It's for the Volcano, and it's a volcanic ash advisory. Notice it started on December 15th, and it continues. That's a satellite image right there. And again, when you have magma movement, magma heating, and hydrothermal expansion from these underground water sources, you're going to have quakes. And when you get slammed from solar streams like this one during a solar minimum, when our shields are weak, we're going to see quakes. This is a NASA image of that volcano, and you can see the lava flow out to the right. Now, this thing has been going off. The last major eruption was, I think, around 2012, but they've got the aviation orange alerts up for the area. This is telling us that the Earth is heating up from the inside. Now, I know you guys that are freezing across this nation don't feel it, and we've talked about that too, but you're looking in the dark blue areas. This coronal hole has been turning around. I've got about 4 days of videos here in this particular image. And as it turns around, this stream is starting to buffet our planet. It's going to continue now for about 4 days. And it's going to increase because we're just starting to get the edge of it. How fast, I'm not sure yet. If it goes back into the 700, 750 range, we're going to continue to have aftershocks. So we need to watch that. Now, something very interesting is happening on SETI on this particular SREM camera. This is stereo AHI2, and it's a good camera because the way it's set up in the filters, it shows you a lot of solar energy coming from the sun, which is to the left. You're seeing Venus, Mars to the right, and Mercury rising to the very left. But if you look very close at Mercury, you can see Comet Honda. These images are not meant to be clear. They're picking up solar radiation, movement, things like that, energy waves. But if you'll just have to watch it very closely, and you can see a movement coming right through there, guys. I know it's hard to see. Just check it out. You'll see a disruption in the force, basically. But that's Honda coming in, and it's getting brighter and brighter. We're getting reports in that you're starting to see it in the southwest sky. And this is just after dark, guys, in that period of time. As it gets closer now, it's going to get brighter. We're going to get better images of it. Ground-based telescopes are starting to get real clear, real nice images. And I hope as we get better weather here that I can get some images also. Now, this is also Comet Honda coming through. Just that little ball that you see there. And they're saying it's maybe less than 3 kilometers wide. I don't know about that. I've always wondered about the sizes of these things, but you have to look closely and you'll see it come through right there, guys. Now, it's coming under Venus. It's going to be approaching Mercury, which when that happens, as it moves left towards the sun and towards the Earth, we're going to get images from this particular camera, the H1A, and this one showing Mercury and Earth. What they've done is this camera is turned more to the left than the other camera. You're seeing the sun on the left, you're seeing Earth in this image that you weren't seeing, and you're seeing Mercury that was in the left. So this comet, as it's coming under Venus now, it should appear here, and we'll get very clear images on this particular camera because it's real bright if you notice how it's set up. But we're watching it, guys. Watch for these quakes to continue around the Ring of Fire. Then watch Cascadia. Never take your eyes off that particular area. It's a heads up. Be safe.